Welcome to Let's Do Yoga with Joanne, and I'm Joanne. I'm so glad you could join me today. Hopefully we're going to stretch out everything, move every joint, and just try and keep and get as limber as we can, and maybe add a little bit of strength while we're at it. So we'll begin with a breathing exercise. I don't usually do a visualization exercise, but let's give it a try. So close your eyes. See if you can envision a fog around you, or even if it's just darkness and you're not able to bring the fog in, just get comfortable with that darkness. We'll take an inhale through our nose and then exhale through our mouth. And if you're in a fog, see if you can clear some of it away. If it's just completely dark, see if by exhaling you can get a little bit of light happening, maybe way ahead in the darkness. Give it a try. And maybe that didn't work, so let's try it again. Have an inhale and exhale. Your exhale was either blowing away the fog or developing a bit of light in the darkness. And one last try. Inhale and exhale. And slowly open your eyes. Visualization takes practice, and you may not have got that to work at all. But honestly, as you continue to try and do that kind of visualization, you can begin to develop that ability. It's very hard for me. Visualization is very, very hard. So I practice it every now and then just to see if it's improving or not. All right, looking over your right shoulder, I want to take a nice, super slow rainbow arch over to my left shoulder without going too high in the arch, because I don't want to overextend the back of the neck. So I'm taking a nice low rainbow arch over to the left shoulder and listening to some snap, crackle, and pop. All right, now I'm looking over that left shoulder, and I'll just take a bit of time to make sure that my neck is adjusted. And I will take a nice, slow rainbow arch over to the right hand side. Repeat to the left. Repeat to the right. I'm going to do both of those one more time. First, I want to make sure that I'm aligned on the right there, and I am. So I'm going to arch over to the left, align my chin over that left shoulder. That always takes a second or two. And then last one, coming back to the right. And then slowly bringing your face forward. So the snap, crackle, and pops, that's okay to have that happening. I was told that that is the body's way of trying to adjust itself into the proper alignment. But if there's any kind of pain, you need to back off and maybe just stop doing that pose and join us in a different one. Okay, I'm not leaning against the back of my chair. I'm kind of in the middle of my chair, so there's some space to move. And I'm going to roll my right shoulder, just my right shoulder, to the back, trying to get that shoulder blade to work. And I'm going to do that 3 times. So the first time I didn't get much movement in that shoulder blade. Here we go. I'm going further back, and I'm getting some really good movement in that right shoulder blade. So let's try it again. Just working with that right shoulder blade and getting it to move. And then take it to the left side. So the left shoulder now, I want to roll that back. I'm being gentle on that first one, not putting much movement into that. But the second one, I want to go big and get some movement. Yes, and moving that shoulder blade so that the shoulder blade comes over and down. And trying it for the third roll, getting the shoulder blade to come towards the spine and then to lower down the spine. And then let's do it with both and see if you can feel those shoulder blades coming together right by the spine. So you begin that shoulder roll, lifting up towards your earlobes and then bringing that all the way back. I'm even using my elbows to come back, kissing those shoulder blades together, lowering down the spine. And then forward and up to the earlobes, bringing them together and down the spine. Last one, coming forward, up to the earlobes and down the spine. Okay, that does feel good. I'm just going to bring my knees slightly apart, not too much, because I want to do my cat-cow while seated, and I want some space in here for my belly so I can breathe in. So you can have those knees actually as wide as you want. That part doesn't matter. Let's take them pretty far apart. All right, my shoulders are over my hips. I want to inhale and fill the lungs all the way up, and to provide that space, I'm going to lean forward to allow my belly to drop and fill up, okay? And inhale, looking straight ahead. On the exhale, go ahead and round the back right down to the tailbone and empty all the air out. Inhale, fill everything up, looking forward. Exhale, round the back right down to the tailbone, empty the belly out. It feels like the belly, but it's your lungs. And inhale, forward. Exhale, empty everything out. Good. Okay, I want to take a side bend to begin with. I'm going to hang on with my right hand, or you can just leave your hand on your lap, however you feel the most secure. My other hand, I want in line with my shoulder and my hip, so I don't want to come forward to do this. I want to keep it as straight as I can. For some of you, you may have shoulder issues that prevent you from lifting that arm all the way up and over. And in your case, you might have to come a little bit forward, okay? So, but you're trying to get it all in line. That's what we're shooting for. So all the way up and bring it over and coming into a side bend, really trying to open up those ribs, and then massage all the organs on this side by scrunching on this side. When we come out of that, we bring that arm up and over, still in that align, but then I want to bring it to the back, taking a bit of a twist. And I'm going to come all the way forward and put my hand down and come to the other side. We'll do 3 sets of those. So we're doing the last half of the first set. Everything's in alignment. Bring that arm all the way up and over. Open up the ribs, give lots of space into that side there. Scrunch the other side, massage the organs, and then coming all the way back over and taking that to the back. Side bend, twist, and come forward. Okay, try it again. Let's see if we can add the breath this time. So I'm going to take the left, this is my left. I don't know which side you're on. Maybe I shouldn't say left, right for this one. And inhale all the way up. Exhale into that back twist. Inhale, bringing that hand forward and placing it on your lap. Exhale. Inhale the arm all the way up and over. Exhale into that back twist. Inhale that hand forward. Exhale, bringing it onto your lap. Last set. Inhale that arm up and over. Exhale into the twist. Inhale that arm forward and exhaling it onto your lap. Get ready for the other side. Inhale all the way up and over. Exhale into that twist. Inhale the arm forward and exhaling that hand down. So I just want to do a little bit of rotary cuff work. So I'm just going to bring my hands forward and then open them to the side. And my elbows are close to my side. They're not digging in, but they are pretty close to the side. I want to open up those arms, and you can feel things happening up here. That's your rotator cuff. And then bring those arms together and cross them in front of your body. Open it up. Bring it together. Try and cross whatever hand you crossed on top of last time. Try and cross it underneath. Can you even remember which one that was? For me, that's half the problem. Okay, and then open up and cross and release. Okay, let's stand and do some standing portion here. So in my standing portion, I'm going to take a standing twist. I am facing directly towards my chair, and I'm going to bring my hands together and the elbows parallel to the floor. And then I'm going to touch my thumbs to my chest so that my hands move together with my chest and not ahead of it. So this is what it looks like when my thumbs are on my chest and I turn to the side. If my thumbs are not on my chest, my hands and arms tend to keep going, but I don't want that. I want to keep it on my chest. And then face forward, and then I'll just do it this way and take it to the other side. Trying to keep those elbows parallel to the floor. I know that's a bit tricky. Come forward. And again, to one side and forward and to the other side. Always staying within your range of motion, only going to where your body starts to tell you, I think I've gone far enough. And you know, if you just always do that, 6 months down the road, when we do this again, you're gonna say, hey, I remember when I couldn't get that far. So it is a slow process, but it is safe, and it keeps you flexible and develops more flexibility. When you always go to where your body starts talking to you, maybe raising its voice just a little bit. That's how you want to do these yoga poses. Okay, so let's move on to what we're doing here on the chair. I'm going to kind of go at an angle so you can maybe see me a little better. I don't know if you can or not, but we'll try that. Inhale those arms all the way up, looking up. Really stretch. Exhale the hands together through heart center. You are going to reach for the right side of your chair. So you're standing directly in front of your chair, but your hands are going to reach more for the right side of the chair. And then just walk your feet back so that you're more in a tabletop. Bend your left knee until the right hamstring, the back of the leg, starts raising its voice. Just so it's starting to talk to you. And we just hold that for a little bit. Then straighten the legs. Bring the hands to the center of the chair. We want to do a little stretch maybe. Actually, we'll go on our tiptoes first. So hanging on tight, coming up to your tiptoes. Here that we're in the center. Bring those feet down, and the hands go to the left side of the chair. And I want to bend my right knee until the left hamstring talks to me. Okay, it's talking to me. You too? Can you feel it? I can't hear your answers, but I'm going to imagine that I can. I'm going to visualize that. Bring my hands back to the center, coming once more on those tippy toes. This time adding a little bend in the knee while I'm on my tippy toes. So my knees are slightly bent and I'm on my tippy toes. Any of you with arthritis in those big toes, you can feel this now, or with a bunion. Place those heels on the ground. Bring the hands to the right hand side. We'll just do this whole set one more time. I want to bend my left knee until I feel the right hamstring. And I might even have to drop that left hip a little bit to get that feeling in the right hamstring. Then I place both feet on the ground. My hands come to the center of the chair, up on my toes. Take that same little bend in the knees. And you're just kind of hanging on to that a little bit. And then place those heels back down. Take your hands to the left side of the chair. Bend that right knee and maybe even drop that right hip in order to get a stretch in that hamstring. Okay, and bring your hands back to the center of the chair, straighten out your feet. I want to come into warrior two, so I'm going to bring that right foot forward with the toe facing straight ahead. My toes are facing straight ahead. I'm going to bend that front knee. Using the chair to help support me, I will hop that back foot back a little bit, wherever. For some people, it will be quite narrow. For others, they might, be able to go like way back there. But I'm just going to kind of take middle of the road here. I want this back foot to be pointed in a 90-degree angle from my front toe. So you can see my front toe is facing straight ahead and my back foot is at that 90-degree angle. And what always happens is we stick our butt out as soon as we take this stance. So see if you can, even if you have to use your hands, see if you can tuck that tailbone under a little bit so you can protect that lower back. And then bring your shoulders back so you're standing nice and straight. And the arms come out to the sides. So my right arm is coming directly over that right leg. So you can put that right hand there and then lift it up. So you know you're getting it in the same angle, at the same direction. Then your back hand, put it on your back leg and then bring it straight up. So now your arms are pretty much in line and you're going to move them back about an inch. So you just take them back about an inch so it turns into a bit of a chest opener. And looking over that front hand, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, the back hand comes down to the back leg. Flip that front hand over so the palm is facing up. Inhale and lift that hand up. Now, you can follow it with your eyes, or if that makes you dizzy, just don't. You can look straight ahead. You can look down at a 45-degree angle, but stay safe and grounded and secure in your stance. This is your inhale. Your exhale just brings that upper arm back to shoulder level. The inhale brings it back up. We have to do 3 reps, right? And then exhale to shoulder level. Inhale up. If you're stopping with it straight up, that's peaceful warrior. If you're able to take it a little further back, that is reverse warrior. And then now comes the big move. This exhale brings that hand past shoulder level so that it reaches for the chair seat. And your back arm comes straight up for extended side angle. Those of you who want to do it with a little more challenge, you can place your elbow on the upper leg, okay? But you don't need to get the benefit. You can keep it here on the chair and stay secure. It's up to you. And inhale. Now we have to move that upper arm, so we're going to bring that down to shoulder height on the exhale. Inhale. and exhale. Those of us with high blood pressure, we should never keep our arms and our hands above our heads for any length of time. Inhale and exhale. I want to circle that arm all the way around to the chair seat, bring my feet together and take chair. Chair means I'm reaching for the chair behind me. I'm not bending my knees forward. I'm reaching for the chair behind me with my butt. I want to be able to see my toes at all times. And then bringing those hands forward. So if you need to hang on to the top of your chair, do so. And inhale. Exhale. Going for 3 breaths, hang on. Inhale. Exhale. If you're starting to shake, you can just stand straight. Inhale. Bring those hands to your side. Exhale, push the ground away, and we'll do a simple sun salutation immediately. So inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, bring the arms and hands through heart center with the hands in prayer mode, right through the midline. Reach for the chair, bend the elbows. This is your forward fold. The head is below the heart, but it can't stay here. So inhale and straighten those elbows, and right away, get that head above the heart. Exhale, bend the elbows, bringing the head down. The arms come out to the side, come all the way up. Bring the hands together, come through the midline, and we take it to the other side. I will turn my chair. You don't have to, but I want to be able to, that you're able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're standing here now. We finished that simple sun salutation, and we want to come into warrior 2. If you want, you can hang on to the chair to do it, or you can just bring that left foot forward and the right foot back, or whichever foot you're using. Okay, so I'm pointing my foot straight ahead. My front foot is straight ahead. My back foot is at 90 degrees to that one. I want to take warrior 2. Right away, I got to tuck that tailbone because I just know I've kind of lifted my butt to, and that concaves the lower back, and that can hurt. So I want to tuck that tailbone and make sure I'm protecting my lower back. My front hand first rests on that front leg so that I can lift it up and know that I'm in alignment. My back arm is on the back leg, and I'm going to lift that up. So now I know I'm pretty much in alignment here. Looking over the front hand, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale the back hand down. Turn the front hand over so the palm is facing up, and inhale, bring it up to either peaceful warrior or reverse warrior. Exhale, bring it back to shoulder height. Inhale, peaceful or reverse, whatever you're doing. Exhale, shoulder height. Last repeat of that. Inhale up. Circle that hand all the way down to reach for the chair on your exhale. And then opening up my chest. Did you see how I brought that upper shoulder to the back? Then I want to bring this arm straight up. And you can look up or look forward or look down, whatever works. Exhale it to shoulder height. Inhale up. Exhale to shoulder height. Inhale up. Exhale, windmill that arm all the way around to the front to place on your chair. Bring your feet together. Look for the chair behind you. And inhale those arms forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands down. Okay, I'm just going to turn that chair so the back is towards me for the balance portion. It's a dynamic balance, so there is movement. Balance is always frustrating. It's supposed to be. So if you're frustrated, that's a good thing, right? So stick with it. Don't quit just because you're frustrated. I'm going to back up until I'm, I don't know, just about so. Not actually, no, I shouldn't even back up that much. It's kind of more like that. Lifting that foot first to the back, then bringing the knee forward, and I'm still hanging on to that chair, but I'm going to try straightening up and holding on with my fingertips. Maybe I'll try taking my fingertips off for a millisecond and put it back and put my foot down. Okay, let's try the other side. Once again, I first take the other foot back, the left foot back. I'm going to bring it forward and bend my knee in front of me. Maybe I can take one hand off that chair and straighten up a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe I can take my fingers off for just a smidgy second and put my hand back on and put the foot down. All right, so if we do a little brain yoga and then go back to that balance, you may find it works a little easier. So brain yoga, that is where, we're trying to keep the pathways in our brain alive and well and working, and maybe they're starting to close, like the road closures, and you're just going to open them back up. That's the plan. Awakening the neurons. Okay, number 6 with one hand. I start at the top and I make the number 6. Do it a few times and get used to it. With the other hand, starting at the bottom, I'm going to make the number 9 at the same time. So now I got to make the 9 and the 6 together. How's that? Is that working for you? Maybe not. Try it the other way. So with the other hand, make a 6. Just do it a couple times. You know you have to make a 9 with this other hand. So begin 9 and 6 together. Oops, I have no idea what that number was, but it sure wasn't the number 6. Give that a couple tries. Good, let's go back to our balance. See if it made any difference. All right, so I'm standing just a little bit distance. I have to accommodate the lifting of the knee, so make sure you can lift the knee. All right, I bring one leg back. My right leg is coming back. I'm going to bring it forward and bend it. When it's forward, I'm going to take one hand off the chair and then get light on the other hand. Is it any easier? Maybe. And put your foot down. Try the other side. I'm going to lift that foot back, bring it forward, bend the knee, and keeping one hand on the chair. See what that's like. Maybe I can get light with my hands on the chair, maybe not. And put your foot down. So I don't know if that was easier for you or not. All right, let's just do a little bit of last exercises. And you notice some of my videos I'm barefoot and some of my videos I have my shoes on. It really doesn't matter. You just do whatever's comfortable for you. If I happen to be wearing my house slippers before filming, then I'm barefoot. If I happen to be wearing my shoes because I was in and out of the house, then that's what I use to do my chair yoga. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to do some torso circles, and I'm just going to make them as big as I can, coming forward to the side, making that circle. Now when I come to the side, I want to get light on the opposite buttocks, and then here I'm going to get light on this one, on the opposite. One last time, really getting light, really swaying with the wind, and then lifting this side. And of course, we have to do this all the other way. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to come the other way, getting light always on the side that's opposite, so that we're, really working the core and focusing on balance, as well as just plain moving everything, moving hips especially, and the waist. And awesome. So 3 times on both sides should do it. Let's just take our hands quickly together and flip them inside out. crack all the knuckles. I don't know if you heard mine, but they cracked. And then moving it to the side, keeping the arms long this time, and in front, and to the side, and to the front, and release. Okay, we want to do a little bit of an oblique hip lift here. So you know how sometimes when you're trying to get in the car and you got to wiggle to get in? So that's what we're kind of doing. I'm going to try and lift that hip towards my elbow. So I have to use these muscles to do that. And then I'll come over to this side and do that. And that's kind of how you inch your way in and out of a chair or into the car. So you got to make sure that you have the strength to do that. Last one. Last one. And then we'll do just a twist here. I'll show you. You don't have to move in your chair, but I'm just showing you. I'm crossing my right knee over my left. My hands come together in front of me. Just like we did standing, I'm going to tap those thumbs onto my chest and then turn to the side, keeping my elbows parallel to the floor. Just as best as you can do. That's all you need to do. Okay? And then come forward and let's repeat. And forward and repeat. Forward and switch. Other side, twist. And forward. Repeat the second time. And forward. And third time. And forward. And lean back in your chair. So if you enjoyed this video, please like or share or subscribe. And maybe it can be shared with more people that way. So bringing my back into my chair so that I'm nice and comfortable, I'm going to take a really deep inhale and focus on relaxing everything that I can. So inhale deeply. Exhale. Did you relax your feet and your calves? Take a second to try and do that. And then is the tension out of your thighs and your butt? Give that a try. Get rid of anything there. Just with your elbows, go a little bit back and down to kind of set your shoulder blades, which probably helps to relax the arms. Release the lower jaw from the upper jaw. Soften all those muscles in your cheeks and around your eyes. And just take a nice deep inhale. And exhale any tension away. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And may your inner light shine for all to see. Namaste.